The Ultraman series turned 60 this year, so I figured we'd make every day a Tokusatsu day, and explore how Ultraman made the multiverse relatable, and explaining it along the way. The multiverse is currently a major trend in pop culture. Just look around everywhere you go, and the Ultraman series has made it a staple, with a unique take on the concept itself. By unique, I mean the series makes the multiverse feel small in a good way, by making it human and down to earth. Essentially, the Ultra series portrays the multiverse as showing that you're not alone in your battles, your struggles, and that being a force of good doesn't mean you have to be alone. And with that in mind, it shows that even if each Earth looks and feels similar across the multiverse, people are good and bad in both, light and dark, gray and conflicted, people and kaiju and seijin all struggling against each other, and stories that explore different existential threats that we all deal with in real life. With these threats that can question humanity as a whole, it brings real consequences to these Ultra stories. Consequences that mean something, since anything fantastical becomes tangible once you relate it to a part of our real world. Hence the importance of kaiju and seijin as avatars of human emotions, monsters and aliens alike, because it's right there at the start of each Ultra show. No matter how grand an Ultraman may be as a being from the cosmos, it's the people that he forms a bond with, and the world he falls in love with, that are what grounds him into our reality. Much like an Ultraman, we as individuals could go about life feeling detached and not engaging at all, or we can decide to take that leap of faith and get involved in making someone's day. The Ultras are not gods at the end of the day. Instead, they're just human like us. Look at the original Ultraman's core design. He's always been a perfect blend of human and alien, familiar and strange while looking friendly and heroic. As his original design evolved across 3 different suit designs in that original show, they all kept in line of this idea of Ultraman becoming this very friendly looking character for everybody, adults and kids. And those eyes. The Ultras are always meant to have eyes you can trust, eyes that emit a warm and loving light amidst the darkness of space. That means whenever there's a new Ultraman on the horizon, we can expect a faithful evolution that is both exciting and fresh as it is true to the original Ultraman. Like for example, let's look at some of my favorite examples of Ultraman eyes. Look at the eyes of Ace, Leo, Dinah, Agul, Jeed, Z, Blazar, Arc, and many others. They all evolved that signature peacefulness of the original Ultraman's eyes, while showing how light can take distinct forms of their own. And speaking of Jeed, I love how the concept of his show ties into the greater Ultraman multiverse. Before that era, the decade from Tiga to Mebius was mostly standalone besides the TDF Earth or Showa Earth. Basically, crossovers between Ultraman were not a given unless in an already established world. Then we get the Jeed, who appeared right in the middle of a new era focused on bringing the previous Ultras into subsequent shows. This was the new gen, or third generation, best summarized as Ultraman Zero, fighting Belial a billion times, with most new Ultras having several forms based on previous long-standing Ultras, in other words, fusions. Now, Jeed's Earth is a fascinating one, given that in the opening of the first episode, this Earth is eradicated by Belial, Ultraman Belial, during a war of multiple legendary Ultras, making it a rather terrifying intro since they lose this fight. However, Ultraman King arrives, and whenever he's there, it's especially dire. King is one of the most powerful Ultramen that ever exist, and so King uses his powers of goddamn badassery, and it fixes this Earth and restores the lives of its inhabitants. Then it's about Jeed being the newest Ultraman at the time and defending this particular Earth, while grappling with his heritage as the very son of Belial himself. By the time Jeed earns his heroics and is able to fight alongside Zero and the other new gen, as the years go on, it's satisfying, and for old and new fans, I bet it was special seeing Ultraman's vast history come together here in Jeed. and Jeed's appearances in Ultraman Z with that new form, and then his latest appearance being one of the Chronicle series where he finally has a mantle, it all comes together into just one example of how the creatives at Tsuburaya Productions embraced the rather free flow and loose nature of time in the Ultraman mythos to keep bringing new life into its heroes. After all, the Ultras are space dudes from the Land of Light. One thing I really appreciate is keeping the Land of Light to just one place, a sort of hub area that Ultras can spawn from as they enter different universes that have their own Earths. Basically, all the Showa Ultraman for the most part, Mebius, and some of the late 90s guys like Powered and Great, they all come from the Land of Light. And if an Ultra is from somewhere else, as in having a different origin, for instance Ultraman Gaia was created by the Earth of his universe, hence the name Gaia, they're still otherworldly enough to make the multiverse feel vast, while at the same time making a clear distinction that doesn't say hurt the wider canon, quote unquote. So to summarize, I greatly adore and appreciate how Tsuburaya Productions has managed to keep its multiverse clean and consistent, all things considered. With each new show, fans can expect some form of the status quo, like Ultraman having a human host or body, a supporting cast of strike teams or scientists, and a rotation of kaiju and aliens new and old to fight that build up to a big final boss that encapsulates the themes of a particular series. And the beauty is that the formula can change so a show can find its own Ultra identity. I think having a new individual Earth with its own universal set of rules helps keep things fresh each year, so new fans can catch on, while making it exciting for longtime fans that watch annually. The crossover episodes between Blazar and Arc portray this well in my eyes, showing that there's people out there struggling with the same struggles you have, and that it's important to take time to help each other, while still knowing we have battles to fight on our own. Thank you guys so much for watching. 2026 marks a big year for Ultraman, so I encourage you to join me, Mr. TDF, in celebrating the big 6-0 throughout the rest of the year. And if you enjoyed this video, check out my past Ultraman essays right here on the channel waiting for you. I have almost 4 years of doing Ultraman videos. Until next time, take care and Shuwatch!